This isn't shallow enough that it can actually be seen. The actual scope.
No, you can just show them. So like, see this? You guys see that? You guys see that? That's all I was thinking.
Okay,
I
'cause I
replaced
just-
it by this thing.
You know, I don't want to
Yeah.
do anything that will actually threaten
No, yeah,
anybody.
No, I think that's good.
So
That's good. Yeah, and that is good because you're showing, but you're not. There's no labels.
exactly, there's no labels on anything.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
should be good.
Thank you for coming up again.
Thank you.
I wish I could have went down to
It's okay.
Eugene.
It's okay. You know that we were there. I made an impact. I poured this on.
Someone to have you
Joe.
make sure the microphones are on. Make sure the test them, make sure they're
The
good.
one,
I'm gonna check another
the one that was under the action post office on board.
Yeah.
He was so shocked by the fact that I've taken all this to this. He asked if he could take my picture with things like that.
Should I get you water or you got water?
I've got one.
Okay, I got coffee. Our mic is on.
I'm breaking things down.
Okay, settle down.
What?
Sit down.
Settle down, wild woman.
All right, mic, please.
Hello. How we doing today? Is it working? I said,
My name.
You're the host. You're hosting.
is it working? Awesome.
You want a kiss?
Do you have a microphone on the other side of you?
I do.
Wambler.
Should be good. So that's okay. Awesome.
Right, you are.
Oh, don't we know that too?
So we're on YouTube or?
Right there's, actually, I need to do this. Dang it.
What's new?
I'm gonna un-Mikey.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
that
I'll
is
put them
this.
both right there. Duh. What am I thinking? Duh, duh. Bada bing, baby. Well, one's YouTube and one is Facebook. Bada bing.
Is anybody out there?
Hi guys, I hope you're all out there saying hello today.
Is anybody out there?
Hopefully they're all
Hey,
staying warm.
our telephone number is 503
588
6444.
44.
Give us a call after 7 o'clock. We would like to answer your questions about cannabis
Yes.
or maybe even hemp. But we need to hear from you people.
That's right. If we don't hear from you, we can't answer your questions.
Yep.
And then we're
Well,
sitting here
nice
just
to
talking
see
to each other, and we can do that anywhere.
Want to hear something new?
We're here to talk to you today, and help you maybe
Edward,
find
mic
some
check, please.
information. Like,
Check, check. Check.
keep talking.
Keep talking.
Edward, mic check,
Oh,
please.
sorry, brother. Thank you for coming to Canada Medicine, Newport. We're here at 157 Northwest 15th Street here in Newport.
We're with the Mercy Center, Al-Salam. We're here to fight for the patients. The patients' rights have been violated. Section 20 in the state constitution says all people should be treated equally.
Yes.
The patient isn't being treated equal, and they won't do anything about it, and they know it.
We're fighting every day. We're fighting in our Congress. We're fighting in our legislation. We're fighting in OLCC, OHA, ODA, every agency that will listen to us. We are fighting for our voice because we are virtually losing our OMMP program.
Just like
And it's
Washington, they're going
important.
to try to do.
Did you see what just happened in Washington? It came out on the 3rd They lost the ability to have any edible. It has been
What?
revoked. Yeah, they lost.
Come on.
Lost.
So you know why?
Lost.
You know why?
They
So that
pulled every product off the market shelf. Any creator, any manufacturer, any growing
you mean
company,
Washington,
everybody.
the state of Washington
the state of
has
Washington,
pulled all their edibles.
all of them, everything.
So that I think
October
the same
3rd.
mindset is going to creep down here. We got to find out what those guys are thinking up there and fix that with a quickness.
Well, you do.
Get up there and fix that with a quickness.
Well, you do realize when we're talking about an edible,
You'd like.
that includes tinctures. Did
Right,
you know that?
Yeah,
Monster
healing
Did
Energy.
you
oil.
know that?
And
That
healing-
when you talk about an edible, it can
Well, it
include.
means
They're not
concentrates.
limited.
They're just saying any concentrate.
It's opening the door to start removing other products.
All of it.
Man.
Tori,
Yes.
the government has just admitted, came out in a low-key memo in January, cannabis cures cancer. Our government admitted it.
Well, yeah.
They
Well,
knew it all along.
Of course.
have no-
If they knew
You
that
know,
before I was
at this
born.
point, they can no longer deny it, and at this
Gotta
point,
admit it.
we are no longer anecdotal evidence. We're living.
Yeah.
We're living proof. I'm not an anecdotal evidence. I'm living proof.
I lost my mother to lymphoma cancer and my second wife to lung cancer due to cigarettes. I'm on a mission to save somebody else's mother and wife.
Amen, brother.
Absolutely. I'm a widow
Amen.
myself. My husband lost him to lung cancer. I quit smoking November 2009. These days, I strive strictly for the health and wealth benefits of cannabis and all cannabinoid products,
Here,
whether
here.
they're derived from cannabis, hemp, or any derision of. They're all important. We all have an endocannabinoid system, and if we are not feeding it, we are automatically deficient in it. Ever since 1937, when they made this illegal by changing the language, because the people that actually voted this into being an illegal substance did not understand that cannabis was actually marijuana. And because the language was not
Oh, yeah,
clear,
shut that
they
off.
got away with it.
Can you shut the sound off?
Yeah, you gotta turn that off.
I just turned it off.
Please, I didn't think.
I forgot.
It's all good. I've had that going and forget to turn off the sound and bleep, we're in the middle of a show and that goes going off.
By having language that's not clear, it sets us up for failure.
So,
So by understanding language,
register,
To vote.
vote.
Oh,
It's
please.
coming up. Hey, felons can vote in this state, which is a privilege to a lot of people.
it is. It's a huge privilege.
Our forefathers fought the great countries
I
to
ju-
get this
I just think of
privilege.
the men
Marion
that
County
fought.
voter pamphlet came in mail today.
Yeah.
Here,
I
Mike,
think of the
here.
men. Thank you, brother. I think of the men and people that suffered
Marion
and
County
fought
voter
in
pamphlet
rags
came
on
in the
their
mail
feet.
today.
I mean, back in the colonial days.
They
I mean,
fought for the right
We need
to
to
do
get
this,
back to
and
where, honest, we need our solution in this. We keep talking about this and we hear a lot of problems. Here's
Yeah.
the solution. We need to make it a law to have hemp again.
Well,
To
you know,
you have to grow it on your farm, just like back in the day.
Yeah.
And you know, we see, check this out. I live right next to a paper mill. I see millions and billions of pounds of trees that we could be making houses with. And they're just pulping it up and making paper out of it. When what is the statistics on hemp per acre?
Mhm.
I mean, compared to lumber,
Yeah.
the paper that you can get out of
Well,
it.
they're using poplar wood to make the paper from, so.
I don't know, those trees don't look like poplar. Those look like
Well,
poplar
and
trees.
some
that
of
you
them,
grind
can
it
it
up
just
and
really
then
depends.
With the logs.
Yeah.
Douglas
Or-
fir, that looked like to me.
Exactly. Well, you
But
know,
yeah.
I found this to be absolutely ridiculous today that I was listening to the Senate, and in the Senate, Senator Collins was stating that our Senate's been broken for more than 30 years. Well, how long has she been there, and how come if it's been so broken, why aren't we fighting to fix it then?
Where
I mean,
they-
we understand it's broken now, and we're
One
and we're
one minute,
working
quiet
on
on
that.
set, please.
Why aren't they
Right
fighting?
on the
But
center.
again-
Okay. People in Facebook and Nightland will be there in a second.
So pretty much what I was gonna say.
We have Henry online. Give us about 10 seconds.
Good evening.
Hello, folks. This is Mercy TV. Henry Turner is on the telephone, right?
It's Henry Morgan.
Morgan.
Hey, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
Nice to talk
Hi,
to you,
Eddie.
Henry.
How you doing, brother?
I'm right up in the hospital, bro.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so we're almost made it to the northern coast, but my back had other ideas.
Once that happens,
It does. It's just an infection, thank God.
So what hospital are you in, brother?
Corvallis.
Oh, shoot.
how long you gonna be there?
Well, I've been here since Tuesday night, so
Yeah.
Have you
That's a pretty
used
significant.
any cannabis during this time?
huh?
Cannabis, have you used any?
No,
Is there,
unfortunately,
Are you not allowed? I'm sure, right?
not allowed in the hospital.
So,
really something that could actually greatly diminish your infection is not being offered to you in a hospital?
Imagine that.
That's right.
Wow, I'm so sorry, Henry.
Yeah, you got to sneak that stuff in.
Yeah.
You gotta sneak it in. Have somebody bring you an edible or some tincture or something.
They'll give you a shot that'll kill you if you have
So you're in Corvallis right now, brother?
Yeah. I've been here since Tuesday night.
That's a
And-
long stay.
What kind of infection, may I ask, do you have?
It is osteomycosis
Wow, that's pretty significant.
in the K10 and 11 vertebrae.
Wow.
That's pretty in depth because when you know.
Yeah,
we're
but
talking-
guess what? But they're narrowing it down to what the cause was,
Oh, what's
or
that?
what the cause is. Severe cellulitis on the inside of my right leg,
So
on the upper side.
now, by any chance, are you diabetic?
I am a type 2 diabetic, yes.
So, by any chance, did you get a scratch that by some point may have become infected that then just exacerbated into cellulitis?
You know, I don't have a clue.
It could be something just as simple as that.
Yeah. It just happened. Woke up shaking like a leaf from an afternoon nap Tuesday afternoon, and
Henry, I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah.
Very sorry to
Oh,
hear
that-
that.
Come out of it.
Brother,
Yeah,
you'll be in my
hey, Eddie?
prayers.
Eddie,
Eddie,
Yeah.
Jenny says hi as well.
Tell her I said hi to you. God bless you both.
Eddie says hi. Yeah, but we're looking at heading up to the North Coast on our way through Newport once our business is done here.
All right, well, maybe I can come by and see you too here. in a couple-
Sure.
how,
What room you in?
3003.
can we offer you any
3,000?
support?
Room 3000?
3
Yeah. 3003
Oh, okay.
at
3033.
Samaritan Regional Medical Center in Corvallis.
Okay, brother. Will you IM it to me too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, please do that. That way I'll forget. I ain't writing it down.
No problem, Eddie.
God bless you, brother, and thank you so much for calling in. And brother,
You too.
so much.
You too, Eddie.
God,
Keep it up. Those politicians don't know what they're doing.
no,
Very true.
we're gonna work on a solution, all of us together now, aren't we?
So
Oh, heck yeah.
now, Henry, I have a question. If for some reason you were to get a visit and, maybe the Weed Fairy brought you a product,
Oh, yeah.
by any chance, would you be interested in giving it a shot?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a local native tribesman from the Oregon coast, and we believe that all the plants have healing medicine.
They do.
I mean,
Yeah, brother.
which does include cannabis.
Oh, Henry, don't we all know
Hallelujah.
it? We're speaking to the choir here.
Gave me a chill, Henry.
Yes,
So-
absolutely.
God bless you, Brother Henry, and thank you again for calling in. We'll
Yeah.
for sure we'll get a hold of you. Please,
You
I
bet.
am me the room. It's 3003, right?
Yes,
Okay.
in Corvallis.
Corvallis. God bless, brother. Thank you.
Good
God
luck,
bless you
my
guys.
friend.
You'll be in all of
Keep
our
it up.
prayers. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
I will.
In our prayers, Henry.
Thank you.
Okay, that was our first caller.
Yes.
At 503
588.
6444. Please, we're waiting to hear from you.
Yes, please call in, guys, and let's talk about what you want to talk about. We want that to be cannabis.
So, I do a show
Not trees.
called
Not trees.
My Garden. And the rains have come. The mold has been coming on your plants if it's outside.
Oh yeah.
Be careful,
Uh,
vigilant.
I recommend that you should harvest and shake and put it under a fan.
Yep.
And shake again.
Is it good, PK, to go ahead and
Cover
take
it.
them? I pull mine out of the dirt, rinse off the roots real nice, put them in water. I let them sit there and bubble in an aerator for a couple days, and then I take those suckers out. Right now I got a fan on, or no, I don't got a fan. Last time I had a fan, but I got one in a bubbler.
You gotta get that fan on.
I'll get a fan on it,
Gotta have air
but it's in my
flow.
dry house.
Yeah.
But
and
they're
inside.
not outdoors anymore.
Yes,
You've already taken them out. You've already removed them from the elements. Exactly, and gone.
Thank
You know,
you,
we've had a
Lord.
pretty interesting week this week. We had
Yeah.
another follow-up
Tell us about that, please, Tori.
meeting with OLCC yesterday where public comment was taken.
I
So
wasn't
it was
able
our
to be
first-
there. I apologize.
Yeah, it was our first opportunity
I
to
apologize.
actually have the public present their side to the immediate restriction of patient limits
Right, the 1
in an
ounce a day.
OLCC shop.
Hey,
So again, if you
you
have something,
seen that a couple weeks ago that I filmed. You'll know what she's talking about
Right.
if you watched it.
well, this was the follow-up meeting to that.
Yeah.
Where they were actually taking the public comments. I did attend that meeting yesterday. I was one of the last public comments to go. Well, I brought some visual aids with me.
Yeah.
And so I brought them with me again today. So I had a nice long conversation with our lovely esteemed council members.
So were those that one guy still there that you were talking to? Oh, I forget his name. He's like one of the higher up monkey
Jesse
guys.
Sweet.
Okay, so
No, as a
No,
matter
it
of fact,
was-
he was on the phone. However, when it came to time for public comment, he made the choice to leave the conversation and not be present for the public comment. I was
He's
actually
the
very
one that
disappointed.
said bullshit.
OLCC turning their back on us.
Yeah, the one person that we actually
Because they know they're
need
making money.
to listen and actually hear what we have to say made the choice to actually leave the conversation
Oh, man.
where others made the choice to stay present.
What about
Good.
Smalls?
And I'm
What
so
about
grateful.
Smalls or that one, Littles or that one guy?
That's
The
Jesse
one-
Smalls.
That's the one that
That's
left.
what we're talking
Did
about.
he leave again?
He chose to leave.
He left again?
Yes, he chose
it
to
looks
not
like
stay
this is
for,
becoming a condition with him.
and he is actually the head of our committee.
Oh,
And if we can't get the head of our committee, who's making these decisions for us,
Have a voice.
to
Well,
actually
no.
listen to our voices
because
when it's
they're just
our
figureheads.
opportunity.
They're just mouths right now. They ain't got no backbone. They ain't got no nothing. They ain't got no gumption. They ain't got no power. They got the power to turn around and ignore us. That's what they're doing. Just like OMMA lady just sat there and says they were just going to give it away by that wording. Remember, they were going to word away our medicine.
It's just their game.
Well,
This is a.
it's,
Tell her about this.
so
is
let's talk
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah.
this. I
They
took
got
this
worked
with
by
me.
those OLCs.
This
And,
is what the American Medical Association said I needed to live. This is what esteemed doctors prescribe to me to live every day. This is not a small basket.
No.
dang.
And it is full.
These are not empty bottles. They're all full. They're all prescribed to me. These are medicines that I took every single day for years, more than 20 plus
And
years.
they give
In
you a
order
nice,
to
wonderful effect.
And now you're twice as healthy.
And At the time, I became so anorexic that at one point I was 67 pounds.
And how many heart attacks did you have?
I've had 2. In fact, my very last doctor appointment, the night after I had a heart attack, I went to the doctor the very next day. The only conversation the doctor wanted to have was not about the fact that my numbers looked so bad and that I may have actually been on the verge of another one, I'm not sure. The only thing she wanted to know was if I was willing to get a flu shot that day. Honestly, it was the last time I've seen a doctor. I refuse to go back. If the only thing you want to talk to me about is giving me another medication, when I have been able to swap out this entire basket for these few jars.
That's killer.
This is my life.
Cannabis.
These few jars that I make in my home
We can't let them freaking take this away from us either, like
Is
they're trying to do in Washington.
is saving my life. I have been able to swap out that basket, the narcotics, the Xanaxes, the lorazepam, the inhalers that I needed, all of everything that they said I needed to live.
There's got to be at least 35 bottles in there.
Actually, there's closer to 48.
Call in, guys. Talk to us at
And-
503
588.
64
However, these jars require so much more than 1 ounce to make even one of.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me to make even just one jar requires well over a pound at a time. And that lasts me, if I'm lucky, this jar maybe lasts me a week.
Whoa.
If I'm lucky.
And that's topical.
And this is something I apply to my skin. This is something I get to put in a capsule and I ingest in order to keep my heart condition, my asthma, as well as my fibromyalgia under control. I put it in a capsule, I weigh it, I know how much I take. Again, this is a marijuana paste. It goes into a capsule. I ingest it orally. It keeps my IBS, my irritable bowel syndrome. It also keeps my joints moving and
How
flexible.
about people with acid reflux?
Oh, that I use products like this, my tinctures,
Mhm.
and this works for my
Esophageal.
exactly. It's
Esophageal.
called Shalexa, which is another word for bulimia, because I am bulimic and anorexic. I have spent years not eating. It was unacceptable because these medications here, I didn't need to eat. I had steroids. They kept me going to forever. Why did I have to eat? I mean, my
Oh
goodness,
my
I could go forever with my Percocet because again, hey, it kept me going. And as long as I could keep going, why did I need to stop?
Hey,
You know, it was nonstop.
Man.
I mean,
Now, how
I
much you
had
weigh, though?
more steroids,
How much do you weigh?
and now,
Yeah, yeah.
today,
Yeah.
today I weigh 102 pounds.
And you
and
were
I'm at-
67.
And I weighed 67 pounds
so
at
you
my
quit
lowest.
taking that stuff,
And I could eat.
and then now you do that, and now
and I can eat.
Balabing.
Now, granted,
Don't
I
take the
don't
rocket
have.
scientist.
Now, granted, I don't have an appetite. I need this. I actually need this so I
You
can
get an
eat,
appetite.
Yeah.
so that I don't vomit. Because again, I have spent so many years without a digestive tract being functional and working, that my digestive tract is unfunctional and I need it to work. And these medications keep it to where I'm not vomiting on a regular basis, to where I am not going
you-
through
like
such
you-
heavy duty
Does
contractions.
it make you sick after you eat?
Oh, absolutely.
So then you use some more?
Absolutely.
cannabis?
So that I don't vomit.
There we go.
So that I can keep food going through my digestive tract. So my stomach's not paralyzed.
I
So that
believe
it
in
actually
this.
goes all the way through. I'm functional. I'm no longer needing to know where every pharmacy is at. I can't imagine my children growing up. I've been taking those pharmaceuticals for more than 20 plus years. However, I haven't taken them since 2010.
Really? 8 years?
This is 2018. And this is what I live on.
It's a miracle.
And that's
It
it.
is. It's a miracle.
I haven't
God
taken
put it
one
here.
pharmaceutical. Not one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't
You-
take the aspirin for my heart condition. And it's genetic. This is hereditary. It's not going away. It has to be managed. Nothing's going to take that away. It just has to be managed. Every woman on my mother's side, all have died by 60. I just had my 50th birthday last week. I really want to enjoy my grandchildren. I'm up to 6 of them.
Right.
That won't happen if I continue on that basket.
Yep.
I have not had any, not one of the 60 plus open heart surgeries my mother had.
Dang.
60 plus open heart surgeries.
Survive.
That was not a life. Me and my siblings did not have a life. My mother went in the hospital. She was in there for 6 months to a year at a time.
Dang.
I didn't want to leave that same legacy to my children. I had to find a new way because that basket was killing me. And it was truly killing me.
Excuse me, Tori. I'm glad that cannabis is helping you out. But you people, you got to register and you got
do.
to vote. I heard a song. It's a great privilege. A lot of things has been won by one vote. Good and bad. A lot of things. And we need your help.
Stand up for your rights.
If we choose to vote or not vote, we're getting the government that we deserve. That's something they told me in the military.
Exactly.
PLDC.
Well, you know, even no choice is still a choice. It's a choice
Yeah,
to do
but
nothing.
it's a choice to do nothing.
Exactly.
So come
And then you
on.
get what you've got coming. And you don't even have the right to bitch about it.
Yep.
If you choose to do nothing, you
So,
actually don't have the right to bitch about it.
With these guys, can we go back a little bit, pretty please, to the conversation of the OCC?
Mm-hmm.
What did you see? What do you think we can do? Because you were there.
We have a lot of voices, and actually we have a lot of power, okay? And there's actually strength in numbers. The reasons they're trying to separate us is because if they divide, they can conquer.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as we
exactly
stay
like
united, there's actually a lot of strength in numbers, and we've already shown that. Measure 91 showed that. Not only that, the entire state of Oregon has shown they want cannabis available. They want that available. However, these people, everyone these days are going to the doctor, and the doctor's saying, if you choose and you want to go another option, you have to explore that option on your own. Well, when they're exploring that option on their own, and yet we have people sitting on our board saying that these things can only be prescribed by a doctor, but the doctors know nothing about it, then we really have to have a different conversation.
Well, yeah, a lot of them don't, and they don't want to. I mean, a guy told me, he said, I lived in another state before I moved here because I have this cancer, and my doctor actually told me, you need to go to a state, you need to migrate to a state with cannabis oil.
Yes.
Or you won't get this out of your back. This divot he had in his back, he put this little oil on it, and it'd save his neck or his back. And the doctor told him, if you tell anyone, he says, I'm telling you this, but if you tell anyone that I said this,
Yeah.
I'm going to sue you for whatever, because you're telling people the truth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we can do something with state capitol if these guys don't start pulling their heads out. Because
Well, and legislation is coming back up, and it's time for all of us to get back out there and continue to use our voices.
Clean it up.
Well, that new guy, he's getting Supreme Court. He's getting all voted in right now.
Well,
Well, we don't know about that
that's
yet.
not necessarily true, but again, even if he does, there's other things coming, and there's still more ways to remove him. He can be impeached.
Yeah.
A
And-
jury
Jury
Exactly.
nullification.
That's what I'm saying.
Ask
There's
Edward
other
from
ways.
the New Jersey weed man. He got through on that stuff. Yep.
That's right. There are other ways to skin a
Skinny
a cat.
Now,
Okay? And so let's not just get all upset and react emotionally.
no.
If we think before we just react,
Think
and we
this out.
actually make the proper steps, then we actually have strength.
Yeah.
Let's
We have a
work on
lot
some
of people that are
petitions.
sick right
Let's work
now.
on some petitions.
Exactly.
Let's
Not
get that
all
started.
these-
Let's start our own bill.
Well, how about we work towards repeal of 91? Why we don't need to
They lied to us.
They
exactly.
did lie to us.
And we have the right to take 91 back. That is why we gave in and gave to recreational. But again,
Oh, but
no
they
market
came in
would
there
have
to-
started without us. Again, the OLCC market did not open up with automatic. They brought that product in from the medicinal market.
Mhm.
Everything came from the medicinal market. Nothing started out with OLCC.
No.
So OLCC
They're
wanting
like
to
a
have
little
so much control over something that they should have nothing to say about where it comes to
it is
people's medical business.
OLCC.
Why is alcohol controlling marijuana?
Thank
Well,
you.
It's counterproductive. They want the profits from alcohol. They're going to down marijuana.
Conflict of interest, Reed. It's a total conflict of interest.
It
The
is
OLCC
absolutely.
running OMMP. It's not right. It's not right. It's, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what they're doing. They're on our backs, on the backs of us patients. OLCC is just taking over, and it's all about the money now, and it's not about the patient.
We need to talk to our representatives and tell them the truth.
Find out who your county representative is, your senators are, everybody.
At least find out if they're working for you or against you.
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me, I've tried to get a couple on the show here, and they don't want to come. They don't want to come play. I ain't gonna say
Well,
no
we
names.
had that one lady.
I'll be real careful about that.
We had that one.
Oh well,
lady.
we
You
had
gotta
Claire
stop being
Hall
afraid
here.
about
We had
what
Claire
they
Hall
need to
out
do.
here. Hopefully, Claire will come back for us, talk with us some more.
So
That
I
was a
understand we have
wacky
some
day.
special people in our audience today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
No?
they
People in
won't
our audience
speak up.
today?
They're anonymous.
Anonymous.
They're
at
just
all.
giving us moral support.
They're here
We
for
love moral
support.
support.
There's only a few more minutes left. Give us a call. Give us your
Speak
opinion.
up.
503
588.
6444.
Senor, we want to hear you knocking on the door.
That's right.
Give us
Come
a holler.
in, give us a talk. We're
Please.
here for you.
So let's work on that. Next time we're here, we're talking about this. We did, hey, at least one thing, we had a caller, remember? And we put that, it's on my, I'll put it on Newport Weedman on YouTube, but it's on my Instagram and Facebook. When we talked to him about
Yeah.
where does the money go for this stuff, for when you get the money for the cannabis, and he said, well, his exact words, well, it's supposed to go, and then he rattled on where it goes,
Yeah.
where it's supposed to go. But to me, it didn't sound like he was very confident in it. That's where it's going.
Supposed to go.
Well, that
It's
was
supposed
one of
to
the
go.
things that was asked for clarification.
Back in the
Mhm.
pocket.
Was we want to see where this accounting is going, and we want to know why the OMAP program has been systematically dismantled and the money's being funneled into different programs. Again, they pulled money out of the OMMP program in order to start OLCC in the first place. So now all of these funds, and yet they have not been reimbursed. At no point did they even say they would be reimbursing. And yet the OLCC is still making taxes now, but they don't want to give anything back to the OMMP program in order to continue it, in order to lower some of the fees for patients, or to continue to open up programs that would make it accessible.
Doesn't OLCC, that's alcohol, liquor, tobacco, firearms, isn't that a federal kind of thing?
Well, you would think.
Isn't that all messed up federal? Then how come the
Pretty
state
convoluted.
government the state agency already making the money off the sin tax off of alcohol? Why are they got their hands in this?
Because again, it's the government
Yeah,
tax.
but
We're forgetting about this.
They're giving money to the federal government, aren't they?
Absolutely. And
They
don't
gotta
you
put-
know they are?
Oh, what the heck?
Exactly. Isn't that kind of questionable, huh? Yeah.
Peace or victory, my friend.
Looking for victory.
That's right.
Peace and victory, guys. We'll make this
Yes.
through. We'll make it through, guys. We know that we can't just stop talking about this, or otherwise they're gonna win.
Call us up. Give us your views on how to fight and win the battle. Anybody got any suggestions?
Yes.
Everybody's got an opinion. Let's hear them.
503
588
6444.
Let's see if we can get this together. I feel like
That's
we're
right.
the Yahtzee brothers and sisters. Yada yada yada.
Well,
Bella Bing, baby, Bella Bing.
Hey, John, are you out there? Give us a call.
Yeah, anybody on that Facebook? I see lots of people there. It's 503-588-6444. Call us.
yeah,
We got 3 minutes and 31 seconds left.
we'll talk to you from any state.
And
We'd
we'll
like all
talk to you
information.
after the show is over.
Yes, we
Please.
will.
Yes,
Always.
guys.
Oh.
It's
That's what we should
information.
do. take those. We have
Take
another
those.
show out there, being that we're actually having great conversations in the parking lot when we walk out of here.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
my
gets us
goodness.
warmed up.
Actually, before and
Exactly.
after, absolutely,
Just-
both directions, every single opportunity we get.
Lord knows I get more riled.
Just
up
remember
after.
peace and love, and don't be hateful out there, guys, to these guys that are being hateful to us.
And you
Use our-
people,
Use the noodle to get through. And your
people
heart.
in the hospital, talk to your doctor, talk to your children about using cannabis. You don't smoke it.
No.
We got oils and tinctures
Yes.
that you can use. I have a healing oil that's 15 years old. I add
I seen it.
ounces to it every season,
That's right.
and it has the full variety
Yeah,
of
all
all
of it.
about it.
Every year we add more. So again, you're always having that base from before. You know,
Yeah.
it's like when they do sourdough. You know, I always take a start off the sourdough to keep that
Is
going.
that like a kombucha thing even?
Yes, you take
Yeah.
a stir off of
You're-
it. It's
you're
just like
keeping
with that. You're always
that
keeping something going, so
going.
you're always keeping the recipe and you're just taking a piece from it
Yeah.
and you're adding more. And in doing so, you're never really depleting it. And so it
and
always
making it
continues.
better.
Exactly.
Making it better and giving it back.
Adding
yeah.
more and more cannabinoid profiles, and as you add different profiles to it, you add more healing power.
Here, here.
And remember, guys out there, if you haven't used cannabis before, please start out slow.
Yep.
And
You know,
remember, even a
respons-
Be
CBD
responsible.
hemp product can make you high.
Use think safety first. If you are using cannabis out there, guys, please, if you have children or pets around, be 100,000,000% super careful with that stuff. Be over extra protective, because
Exactly.
you don't want your
Caution.
child to have a seizure. You don't want your dog to have a seizure. They won't die, but Lord, you know they'll want to feel like it if they get an overdose of that stuff. So please be safe. If you learn anything, take anything out of here
Yes.
from this, vote. Be safe,
It is.
please.
Register. Felons can vote in this state.
I
Cannabis
did.
is a medicine.
Yes, it is.
You don't have to smoke it.
And exactly, and
Yes.
in the big picture, we can make a tea, you can take a bath, you can finish it all up from beginning to end.
Just
Have
don't
a
let these
salad.
guys cut it up and try to sell it back to us, guys. Let's all watch out what's going on
That's
around
right.
us. Don't just because we're using cannabis doesn't mean we're gonna be some subdued, docile days walking around because
Yeah.
we're smoking
no.
cannabis.
That's not what it
Excuse
does.
me.
Look
Yes.
at the studies.
Excuse me.
Alcohol does
Henry
that.
Turner, who sings the opening song, Modern Medication, doesn't
Doesn't
work for
for
me.
me.
That's right. I tried it. It didn't work for me. I went their direction. I went their direction for more than 20 years.
And we all know people that are in the same boat. My mother, people have relatives, friends, family that are taking things
It's-
they really don't need to be
It's
taking.
not some scary devil weed that's gonna make you freak out and go chop somebody's fingers off and eat them. Come on, guys. It's from God. It's love.
We love you. Take care.
Oh, darn it, one phone caller. They're so fun.
Last time we had 3.
I know.
It's always a crapshoot. You never know what you're gonna get.
Did you guys call him Henry Turner again just a moment ago, though? And his name was Henry Morgan.
Yeah, you
No.
know.
Yes.
No,
No.
the guy who sings the opening song
There's an opening song.
is named Henry Turner.
Oh, I thought you were talking to that.
I
other
know.
guy.
That's what I thought too. I'm like,
No.
oh crap! Did we really do that twice?
No.
Okay. All right.
Modern Medication. doesn't
Modern
work for
medication,
me.
yeah.
Anybody.
No.
Thank
All
you,
right.
my
How'd that
friend.
go, guys? How'd we look?
Wonderful.
Did we look okay? Did we do all right? We look professional. We didn't look
Smoke
regular?
weed, not speed.
That's right.
Be safe.
Look, I didn't pull out the green pretty. The green pretty stuff.
Finito.
That's good.
So safe, guys.
I left it in the bag. I had it. I just didn't pull it out.
No, they wouldn't let me show my healing oil